Hello and welcome back to Battletech. Right, so we've just got a few housekeeping stuff to do. I think I want to hire a new pilot because I only have 3 MechWarriors currently that aren't injured. And it's going to be quite a while until these guys are recovered. Although I suppose, I want to do some changes to the mechs, but I can't waste too much time. So finances, up here it says finances normal. This is our running costs a month, 244,000. These white pips, this is how many months before we go broke. Which is not good. You can see here the breakdown. So each person we have costs money, and then there's operating costs based on how many mechs we have ready to go at any one time. And then the expense level is basically how luxurious the living quarters are for people. Let me check customize company. Ayaron's Marauders. No. We are the Polite Imperium. And we need to change our symbol to something a little more Ayaron-esque. And our colours. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, save that. Sorry, I like the fact that there's like these little miniatures and paint pots here. As you know, as if I'm in my quarters, just sort of fiddling away with the paints, and then I hand it to the guy who works in the mech bay and say, right, paint our mechs this colour. Yeah, so I've been looking at the mech bays. Now, well, let's start with the MechWarriors. We only really have 2 with specialization skills at the moment.
For orders.
Glitch, who has multi-target. So I'm going to want to train up Glitch, I think, to be a close fighter. So she's going to have a good gunnery and a good piloting, I think, because that gives her evasive movement. And it's going to be her job to close the distance, getting close, and we'll put her in a nice gunboat that's bristling with loads of weapons, so she can split her fire if necessary and stuff like that. Now Behemoth already has the Bulwark ability, which means you get extra defenses if you don't move. So this is a good one, I think, for a distance shooter, someone who's a long way away from the fights. They can just get to a firing vantage point and keep shooting every turn without moving, and they're not likely to be flanked, which would require them to move and stuff. No point giving sensor lock. Split fire is also useful for this role.
Waiting on you, Commander.
The way the special abilities work is you can only get 2 abilities at this level, and then you can only ever get 1 ability at this level. So if I gave Glitch the evasive movement, then all of the special abilities from the Guts and Tactics tracks are going to vanish. And then I can then choose whether or not I want her to develop Breaching Shot, which means she can ignore cover and guarded, or whether she gets Ace Pilot, which is this unit can move after shooting if it's not moved yet. So I'll have to think about that. I'm not sure what I'll train myself up as. Decker, I usually train up, in the previous game I was playing, I trained him up to be my scout. So he gets sensor lock and evasive movement. So his job is to run around and in general not even attack the enemy himself. His job is to do sensor lock and strip evasive pips away from the enemies. No idea what we'll do with Medusa. Probably just sort of train him up as a generalist to take over a role in emergency of someone else taking stuff. I suppose I should also train myself as a frontline fighter. So we've got 2 frontline fighters. We've got someone who sits back with a heavy artillery and a scout. So that said, there are some changes I want to make to the mechs. So we had this locust here. Can we see what I'm doing to it? No. I basically stripped this locust had some machine guns, but a locust is a very light mech. It's 20 tons. You don't want it to be close enough to use machine guns. So I stripped those off and the ammo, gave it a couple of jump jets and boosted its armor a bit. But again, it's going to be a scout. I want to make changes to the Shadowhawk and the Vindicator. Now, the Vindicator here, you can see it can't have any ballistic weaponry, but it can have 5 medium to long range lasers, 1 missile, and 2 support weapons. Support weapons are for like really in close fighting. So the Vindicator, I think, would make a good frontline brawler. So you don't really want a PPC on it. A PPC is a long range, very long range weapon that generates a lot of heat. You shoot that and your mech's going to overheat. So I think I'm going to want to strip that off, put some more LRM5s. No, close range, no. Replace the LRMs with short range missiles, and then just put on a load of medium lasers and some support weapons, I think. Now, the Shadowhawk doesn't have many laser weapons, it can only have 1. So I think it should have the PPC there, the particle proton cannon. Then it can have 3 lots of missiles, so we can have 3 lots of long-range missiles, 3 ballistic missiles, so we can load it with autocannons, and I probably won't bother with the support slot. So this thing's job is going to be to stand back, because autocannons have quite a long range. This thing's job is going to be the one the guy with bulwarks got. Stand back and just sort of blast from the distance. The Spider, I think, is a pretty good scout. It's slightly heavier than the Locust, so once it's fixed, we can see about beefing up its armor. And the Blackjack I'm in, I think, is a pretty good all-rounder. Again, it's got 4 laser weapons, 2 close supports, and some autocannons. So it can be like a sort of a medium to close range fighter. The Vindicator will be a close range fighter. The Shadowhawk will be the long range artillery, and then we'll have a scout. So that's what I want to do. So the Vindicator. So we're going to need. Let's see. Can we do this? Right. We don't want the PPC on this, but we are going to want some more medium lasers, I think. Let's turn everything else off. So there are large lasers, 5 tons, 40 damage, 30 heat. A medium laser, hang on, how many slots? 2 slots. Medium laser is 1 ton for 25 damage and 10 heat. I think I'd rather have, I suppose it's a question of, if there was a bigger, heavier mech, you start to sort of run out of hard points before you run out of tonnage. But this thing's going to need pretty good armor as well. So I think we're going to want medium lasers. See, and we're out of medium lasers now. There's a support slot on this arm for a medium laser. Right, this thing's going to have heat problems, I think. Or maybe not, actually. It's got loads of heat sinks. This thing's going to be a laser boat, so I think for its in-close fighting, it's going to be better off with a machine gun. Although small laser's only half a ton, doesn't need ammo. A machine gun is half a ton, but then it also needs a ton of ammo. Damage 3 times. Machine guns don't do much damage, but the idea is, though, is you're hitting them with lots of bullets, which means there's more chances of critical hits and hitting the head and stuff like that. So we've got 2 machine guns. Just out of interest. Yeah, we've only got 1 lot of machine gun ammo. I think what I need to do is go shopping. I want 2 more medium lasers and some more machine guns. Let's revert changes on that and take a quick look at the Shadowhawk. Yeah, so this one we're going to sort of strip off the SRMs, and we want to put more LRMs on, more long-range missiles, more ballistic cannons and stuff. So we can go look at the store, see what there is available. Because we don't have much money right now. We've only got 209,000. No, sorry, that's the cost of that thing. We've got 897, but we've only got 3 months worth of stuff.
New weapon systems available. New weapon systems available.
Okay, that's dropped us down to only 2 months worth of money. I do want another machine gun. That's quite cheap.
New weapon systems available.
Okay. We'll leave it at that. We'll see what we can actually do. So, this is our in-close brawler. Lose the PPC. Lose the long-range missiles. And put some short-range missiles in. I've only got SRM2s, but it's better than nothing. It means when you're getting close, you can be smashing with that. Now, jump jets do generate a reasonable amount of heat when used. So I think I might reduce the number of jump jets this thing has. It doesn't need 4. So let's pull those off. Right, weapon slots. There's room for a support weapon there. So room for 2 support weapons, which is going to be my machine guns. Interesting. You can either have either a machine gun or a laser in the head. Well, this is a close-in brawler, so let's lose the medium laser from the head. That's going to increase our heat efficiency. And we'll put a machine gun there and there. And we'll put some machine gun ammo in the center torso. Right, so max armor. So this is maximum armor everywhere, and we still have 1.69 tons remaining. Plenty of heat sinks. I'm wondering about putting one of these jump jets back. Actually, we'll put both jump jets back. There we go. So we've got half a ton remaining. Don't think we can use it for anything. So that's not bad. That's 4 medium lasers, 2 machine guns, and an SRM2. So this is definitely an up-close fighter. Maximum armor. So this, of course, is going to take time and money to do. 27 days. Ugh. I might be trying to make too many changes early on. Because don't forget, we've only got 2 months of operating costs. And there's other repairs to do first. I really want to do this, though. Okay, I'm going to cancel. Unfortunately, that's what I want to do anyway. I don't think we have the money or the time right now. because we've got to wait at least 6 days before we can do anything. Otherwise, we won't even have 4 mechs available. So I think the only thing we will do is we will hire an extra pilot.
Got something you want done? Receiving you. Standing by.
I think I'll go with Pinto for a few reasons. 1, I like the name. 2, he's got the lowest salary and the lowest recruiting costs. Alright, so we're going to hire that guy just so we have another warm body. We're going to proceed time until the Locust is finished. Hang on, is there actually a contract in our current system? No. Okay, so we need to travel for 12 days in order to do this mission, Seek and Destroy. Our intelligence confirms there's a lance of Canopian military units operating on Bellerophon. Within a region we control, all local government operations are at risk as long as this lance is allowed to move unimpeded. Hunt down the enemy lance and eliminate it. Straightforward battle. Difficulty is only half skull. It is in the Badlands though, which means it's going to be a hot environment, so we'll have to be careful for that. And it's a straight fight. So this is 12 days travel, so rather than wasting time, we will go there. We'll get 100 grand for it, and some salvage, which is good.
Roger that, Commander. Course plotted.
Should probably have done this before I went shopping. That's one thing I like about this game is I get the impression that the management side of it is actually quite tricky. You know, I mean, if you design a bad mech or you waste money, you can probably lose the game just from that side of it. This is like a random event. You're on the Leopard's Bridge with Sumir, Yang and Darius for the daily staff briefing. Darius says, "We received 3 messages from the banks." Loan shark, Sumir cuts in. "From the people who are financing us," Darius continues. "They're considering rewriting the terms of our loans, so it will be easier to seize this ship if we miss payments. As usual, they're only doing this because they believe we can't fight it in court. We can sweet-talk the banks, ignore the messages, or educate the banks on their mistake." Let's try and sweet-talk them. I'll talk to them, you say, and the meeting moves on. Afterward, you record a response. In it, you explain with much gravitas that you selected each of the banks for their prestige and reliability. You remind them of your impeccable payment history. You conclude by expressing your desire for a long and fruitful financial relationship with them, hinting that you might seek additional loans when your current ones are paid in full. A few days later, the banks contact you to say their previous message was sent in error and should be ignored. Our loan status has gone up to fair. Company's credit is currently rated as fair by the banks, which should at least deter them from sending bounty hunters after you. Okay. We are travelling to Bellerophon. We've arrived at Bellerophon, Commander. Ready to proceed with our current contract? Let's just go not yet. So they actually paid our travel costs. So all that's done is use up time, which is good. If we don't take the contract, then we have to pay the travel costs back. So I think we're ready to go. We've got... we do have four working mechs, fully repaired. Why do you have an exclamation point? That means there's like a piece of information about it. Oh, it's just telling me that it has unused tonnage, but it's only 0.04 of a ton, so there's nothing really we can do about that. Okay, command center contracts. No, actually, we want to launch this contract. Alright, time for a fight. Hopefully it won't take as long as the last ones, and I won't mess up so much. Right, so there's the Blackjack, which is our best in-close all-round fighter. So although it's my mech, I think I'm going to give that to Glitch, because her split fire, I think, is going to be useful. The Vindicator has the medium lasers, the PPCs, and the Lerms. So this is going to be Behemoth, who's going to do our standing back type fighting. Now we need someone in the Locust. So Medusa has a good piloting skill, so he can be a sort of a scout. We don't actually have anyone with sensor lock, so I'm just going to have to be very careful with the Locust. Reserve it, keep it back, try and do hit and run tactics with it. And this is an all-rounder craft. Actually, I think I'll put Glitch in the all-rounder, and we'll stick Pinto in the Blackjack. He's got a gunnery of 3, that's pretty good. Okay. Yes, one of them is slightly underweight.
MechWarriors, prepare for combat. Command interface initiated.
Right, here we go. I'm going to have to remember to watch my heat. We've got them, Commander, right out in the open. These guys are amateurs. Get eyes on them and take them out. Good hunting, Commander. Oliviera out.
This whole planet could use an air conditioner. Good.
Receiving
Right,
you.
so destroy the Canopian Lance, which is there. That's my sensor range. So
Yep.
Medusa's in the Locust. Let's dash him forwards into cover with 4 evasion pips.
Move order received.
Because I want him to, I'm hoping as his sensor range moves forwards, we'll spot the enemy. No, not quite yet. Okay. This is Pinto in my Blackjack. Better not scratch the paint. Sprint him into the forest.
Roger that.
Behemoth is our artillery.
Position confirmed.
And Shadowhawk, Glitch in the Shadowhawk is our all-round fighter, so...
You betcha.
Okay.
Standing by.
Now the only problem with sprinting him forwards first is if he gets caught out in the open, he's in more trouble.
I hear ya.
So... let's see about moving Glitch. I think I'm going to start doing normal moves with the brace command at the end. There we go.
Warning! Enemy contact!
I should not have hit brace.
More bandits incoming!
She might have gotten... Right, what have we got? Vehicles. Not too scary. So everyone's just being moved forward, staying in the cover and bracing.
I copy.
Let's go.
There we go. An actual initiative order has begun. Okay, so because Medusa
Receiving you.
in the Locust goes first. If I move him, he might get, hung out. He might get stuck out there and blasted. So I'm actually going to reserve his movements probably until right at the end of the round, because then he'll effectively be able to go twice. So I'm going to reserve him. Enemy turn. We didn't see anything move. Right.
What's up, boss?
Behemoth. Move to here, see if you can get eyes on anything.
Coordinates received.
It's possible those vehicles aren't going to move. Ah, there we go. To be honest, everyone's braced, so I think I'm going to reserve everyone.
Yeah, let's just see what happens.
I should probably have done that with everyone from the beginning.
Systems holding.
Okay, that was minor damage. We can actually start to see what it is we're up against now. So, SRM 6 is an LRM 10, so basically it's a missile boat, both long and short range.
What's up, boss? Commander.
Okay, you are a good all-rounder, so let's see. You can also split fire. So I'm going to move you to there.
I
Let's
read you,
see
Commander. Moving out.
what we can do. Alright, everything's good except for the LRM 5s. LRMs and AC5s are good there. Okay, and that's 85 on that. So I think I'm going to multi-target there and there. We'll hit B with the AC5 and the long-range missiles, and medium lasers and SRM2s will be against that striker. I mean, I could alpha strike a single person in the hope of destroying them, but I've still got 3 other mechs to move, so I think it's good to split this fire. It'll strip an evasion pip off this guy.
Got it.
And I might get lucky.
Smoked 'em.
Okay, so according to my mission objectives, I have completed 25% of this mission. I think there aren't going to be any mechs. I think it is just these vehicles. So this is a real milk run. Okay.
Commander. Orders.
So you are in the blackjack. You cannot split fire. So I think it's going to be a good idea to jump you forwards to there. You'll get plenty of evasion, and then I'm just going to alpha strike that guy there with everything I've got. Checking the heat. It's going to burn a lot of heat, but it should finish this guy off. Yep. So if we get the fight over nice and quick, it doesn't matter if my mech is heating up. Right, so you, I think I'm still gonna reserve, because I just wanna wait right till the end of the turn. There we go. So now he will be able to move twice. Okay, jump jets on that thing are not that good. He can't actually move to line of sight, unfortunately. Yeah, I do not like the Locust. Once the Spider is out of the shop, I'm definitely going to use that more than this.
Copy that.
Sprint him behind those rocks. I mean, the Locust has very good running speed. But at 20 tons, it just has no armor at all. The Spider's a 35-ton scout. I think that's a little more usable. Okay, so I think we will reserve you again. Okay, there comes the last vehicle. Missed me. Well, not me, but missed the Blackjack. Okay, so this guy's gonna go next. That guy has already gone.
Ready to get it on.
So I think it's worth just... Yeah, so if I destroy that guy's already moved, and I think I take this guy out next with the Blackjack,
Aye, aye.
and then Behemoth and Glitch can go after that guy. That's the hope. Okay, that's going to overheat me, so let's turn off some of these medium lasers. Okay, turn off one medium laser, so that should still be a kill.
Firing.
Ooh, I thought he was going to get lucky then.
Reporting. Enemy vehicle eliminated.
Ready for orders.
Okay, let's see whether Glitch can get line of sight on this guy. Because if she can get line of sight, then Behemoth can use long-range missiles. Where's my scout? So I could run you to there, but you won't be able to turn to face it. And it's going to get to move before you do next turn, so... Let's not throw caution to the winds.
On my way.
We'll move in and brace. Get that guy next turn.
Standing by.
Okay, I'm going to just sprint to there and not actually brace. This
On it.
hill should block... Well, it won't block line of sight, but it will intercept some attacks. Because, you know, that's the way the game works. Is basically, if you rolled randomly to hit my legs and there's this hill in the way, I think it means the shot misses. Okay, you are going to get to act before him on the next turn. Unless I reserve you. Well, I don't really care that much about the Locust. Just with a single medium laser. I may as well not even have brought it, because the idea of a scout without sensor lock is pointless. Almost.
Yeah. Location confirmed.
Tis but a scratch. Okay.
Orders.
Waiting for orders.
That's pretty good. Hit with everything other than the long-range missiles. Pretty good chance of killing him with an AC-5.
Roger that. Firing on target.
Alright, I think that's it.
I feel bad about shooting the little guys.
I don't. A milk run just as we expected. Good work, Commander.
Mission successful.
Okay, let's process the aftermath, and then it'll be the end of the episode. So, a lot shorter than the previous ones, which is a pattern I hope will continue. I think it's only when the story missions come up, or if I get into a really protracted fight, that things might slow down. Okay, so we get 102,000. Our rating with the mercenary board goes up slightly. Our rating with the planetary government and the Magistry of Canopus remains about the same. So everyone gets 400 experience points, nothing but armor damage. Armor damage is automatically repaired for free, so we don't have to worry about that. Right, salvage. We get to choose one piece of salvage ourselves, and then another 5 is going to be assigned randomly. Right, you should always check to see if there's any special pieces of equipment that have like a plus by them. I'm tempted to grab the SRM-6, because if we load the SRM-6 on our in-close fighter, that's gonna really up the damage potential on that. Yeah, I'm gonna ask for an SRM-6. Alright, and it's also given us a machine gun, some AC-5 ammo, and some ammo for some other stuff. Okay. Okay. Let's go into the barracks, check out our MechWarriors.
Standing by.
Right, Behemoth has 800 XP, not enough for anything on the next level.
Standing by.
He's saving up for sensor lock.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Okay, glitch. Now you're going to be my in-close fighter. So I really do want you to have evasion. So we'll build up your piloting a bit.
MechWarrior training complete.
I'm here. Commander?
Okay, Pinto, our newbie. Yours and Medusa's roles is basically just to fill in when the rest of us are wounded. So let's just up your guts a bit.
Training confirmed, Commander.
For now. Okay. Let's check the mech bay. We're still repairing the spider for another 7 days. No other repairs are needed. So I don't think I'm going to make any changes. But we will wait until the spider is complete before we take another mission. So it looks like there are 3 missions available. One of them requires another 17 days of travel. Or we could stay here and deal with these 2. Both of them in desert biomes. There's an ambush, a convoy, and a battle. But we will look at that in the next episode. We will choose what we do and have a fight. I'll see you then. Bye bye.